ma'am.
We can start with the recording. Okay, so we are starting with this new topic of the writing section today, that is invitation and replies. There is a choice generally between invitations and notice making, notice writing, right? So today we are taking up invitations. Ankita, please read on what an invitation is first. Let's understand.
Invitation. To invite someone for an occasion, we use a written form invitation. Invitations are generally printed cards through which we invite our guests on some auspicious occasions like wedding, birthday, wedding anniversary, housewarming, the inauguration of a shop, factory, etc. Invitations are of two types, formal and informal. These can be printed on cards or can be drafted in the form of letters. Main characteristics. An invitation is a complete information. It answers the questions who, whom, when, where, what time, and for what. The important components of an invitation therefore are occasion, name of the invitee, name of the host, date, time, and venue, name of the chief guest or special invitees in the case of an official invitation.
Right, these are the important components. That is very clear. First of all, the occasion, the host who is inviting, and to whom you are inviting. Obviously, other details like date, time, venue, when the occasion is, where it is, and the timing and everything you need to tell, right? So name of the chief guest or any special invitees in case of an official invitation. Name of the chief guest or special people who there will be there to grace the occasion, their names need to be mentioned. Now, format of formal invitations. Now, first of all, we are taking formal invitations. Kindly read it.
In case of formal invitations, each of the following is written in a separate line with fonts of varying sizes. Names of the host, name of the invitee. In case of formal letter of invitation, formal phrase of invitation, for example, request the pleasure your beginning presence. Company seek your auspicious presence. Solicit your gracious presence on the auspicious occasion. Date, time, venue of the event. Occasion, reason of the invitation.
Now, formal invitations generally they are in the form of a card. Few questions only you will find formal invitations where you have to give in the form of a letter, right? Now, name of the invitee is mentioned only in the case of a formal letter of invitation. जहाँ आप letter लिखेंगे, there you will be writing the name of the invitee. Otherwise, the name of the invitee, invitation card पे कभी किसी एक invitee का नाम print नहीं होता है, right? It's only on the envelope you write down the name of the person to whom you are inviting. Fine. Formal letter invitation example I have just given you in the introduction itself. Like last year also, this was the question where children were confused when the question stated that you are the head boy or the head girl of your school, and you have to invite Mr. So and so to as a chief guest for your school annual function. Right now, when you were in many of the children made this mistake because they believe that school annual function, so it's a formal invitation, so it will be in the form of a card. Now, but how can you mention somebody's name as a chief guest on the invitation card till the time you invite him personally, to invite him individually to preside over the annual function as a chief guest? So that invitation has to be a formal one, but at one-to-one level. But so that has to be given in the form of a letter, not the card, right? It's a formal one. The tone of the language would be formal, but it will be in the form of a letter. So this difference you need to understand. So in these kind of questions, you need to think about the general, situations. How do you generally invite people in this kind of situation? And then you make it in the form of a card or a letter. Most of the time, formal invitations, I'm again repeating, most of the time, formal invitations are in the form of a card. Only in certain situations, these kind of invitations are in the form of a letter. Now, the beginning of the formal invitation generally starts with these examples, like, for example, if a school is inviting the parents for the annual function, so St. Lawrence Public Senior Secondary School requests the pleasure of your benign presence, or to seek your auspicious presence, or to would request you to grace the occasion with your presence. So these are the generally starter lines which are used in formal invitation, right? Then for the event, St. Lawrence Public Senior Secondary School requests the pleasure, request your benign presence on the occasion of school annual function. Name of the annual function, let's say Harmony, or let's say Renever, something like that, right? Name of the annual function, the theme would be there, and then date, time, venue, on, at, that you will be mentioning, right? Occasion and reason for the invitation that we have told in the beginning itself, annual function. If it's like a wedding or if it's like some other party, then you have to give it at beneath also, at the bottom also. Now, what are the characteristics of formal invitations? Please read it out, Ankita.
Characteristics of formal invitations. First, meant for a lot of invitees. These are written in the third person. In case a VIP is invited as a chief guest, the name of the VIP must appear prominently. Name of the invitee is not to be included. The addressee address is to be written only on the envelope. Simple present tense is to be used. The date of writing is not to be given. There is no signature of the host. The abbreviation RSVP, French, please reply
Now,
is
RSVP, just a second, just a second. Most of the people, even I was for a long time, even I was also not aware of what this RSVP's abbreviation is. It's basically a French abbreviation which says Respondez Silver's Plate. That means please reply. That if in case you have a query or you want to ask something about the address, about the occasion, then the people mentioned that RSVP, you may revert back to them, right? So the name, address, and the phone numbers of RSVPs are mentioned there, right? That is RSVP. That is the purpose of RSVP. Please continue further.
please reply is written below on the left side with name, address, and phone number of the host. Put the invitation into a box. Do not exceed 50 words.
Okay. Now, first and foremost, when I'm telling you the format of a formal invitation, please keep it in a mind. Keep it in your mind. This is a short composition of your writing section. Article writing, speech, debate, reports, these are long compositions, right? But invitations and notice making, they are a part of your short compositions. They are 3 markers, right? So please do not exceed more than 50 words. Your word limit should not go beyond that. Just like notice making, invitations are also always in a box, except the letter ones. जो letter invitations आते हैं, they are not in box, but these other the card ones are always in a box, right? Now, they are written in the third person. You're always written in the third person. In case a VIP is invited as a chief guest, the name of the VIP must appear prominently. If a VIP is appeared, that means you're writing a formal letter, right? अगर आप एक VIP को simply आप इतना समझिए कि अगर if you are inviting to one person, you will not get a card printed for, right? So you will be writing a formal letter. So if a VIP is invited, then you need to mention his name also. The name of other invitees, I mean, name of the invitee is not to be included. The address is to be written only on the envelope. That we know. When you receive an invitation card, a wedding card, your name is not printed in the content of the letter of the invitation card. It is written by hand on the envelope. So simple present tense is used. Please keep this thing in mind. Only simple present tense is used. The date of writing is not to be given. When that was written, that is not mentioned there. Only the date of the occasion is mentioned. There is no signature of the host. The abbreviation RSVP is used. The purpose I have told you why RSVP is mentioned with the name, address, and phone number of the host. Invitation is always in a box and the word limit should not exceed more than 50 words. Now, the second category we are coming to is again a formal invitation, but this is in the form of a letter because this is individually given to a person. A formal invitation, you cannot just like I gave you an example of a chief guest, there is no purpose of getting a card printed for a chief guest alone, right? You will give him a formal letter. Okay. Ankita, please read out this one, meant for an individual.
Meant for an individual, a formal letter of invitation. Include the name of the invitee. These are to be written on run-on lines. The sentence is not broken into different words phrases. Other details are similar to the mass scale invitations.
Now include the name of the invitee. Here the name of the invitee has to be mentioned. There are to be written on run-on lines, generally complete lines, just like in letter you write. The sentence is not broken into different words or phrases. Now there is obviously a difference in the content of a formal card and in the content of a letter. Card may, if you see, full sentences at times are not written, and they are, sentences are written in that central alignment mein hote hain, and written in that broken in that parts. That is not the way we write it in letters. So letter में normally running में लिखे होते हैं. So other details, that date, time, venue, and everything, that is similar to the mass scale invitation. The way you will be telling about the occasion, you'll be telling about the date, time, and venue. That is just like the same, like in mass invitations. Now, the next we are coming to the informal invitations. Informal invitation means you are inviting to your close friends, to your family, and maybe the gathering is a small one. That's informally. So you need not get a card printed for that, right? Please read out this one.
Writing informal invitations. Informal. Written in a letter form. In an informal format, such letters are very persuasive in nature. Written in the first person. Salutation is dear plus name. Complimentary close yours sincerely. Date of writing the invitation is given. Sender's address appear on the left hand side. Various tenses used to suit the sense.
Now, this is just like an informal letter. See, whenever you write an informal invitation, obviously you are writing to your close family members, maybe your friends, your near dear ones, right? So there is no need at that time for you people to be very formal or to use formal language. Your language will be casual. You'll be using dear. You'll be using that loving language, affectionate tone could be there, right? So it has to be in an informal format of a letter, and it can be persuasive in nature. You're writing in the first person. I want to inform you. ठीक है, हम जब कार्ड में करते हैं तो we say this and this family invites you, तो वो third person में होता है. Here you are writing in the first person. Salutation is dear papa, dear mom, dear brother, or dear my dear friend, whatever name you chose, right? So complimentary close, so you use your sincerely. हम informal format में नहीं लिखते हैं, ठीक है? You can simply write your lovingly, or that kind you can mention. Date of writing the invitation is given here because it's in the form of a letter. यहाँ पर आपकी date of writing दी होती है. जब हम card देते हैं उसमें date of the card printing is not mentioned, but in the form of a letter, date of writing is also given. जैसे आपका letter format होता है जिसमें आप date mention करते हैं, similarly you will be mentioning the date also. Now sender's address appears on the left hand side, and various tenses used to suit the sense. According to the situation, whatever tense is required, you use that. But in a card, you only use simple present tense. Okay, I'm not, you can just go read the replies at the, in a very fast pace, so that we can straight away jump on to the questions.
Replies accepting or declining formal follow as said formula. Formal words, kind invitation, great pleasure, regret, etc. Use third person they instead of the first person we. Address of the writer and the date to be written. Informal, accepting or declining. Like an ordinary letter, do not use any formal expressions but use informal words and expressions. Use first person I, we.
Okay. I think that is quite simple. Replies are like formal words, kind invitation, great pleasure, depending whether you have got a formal invitation, right? For example, like I've given you the question that you are the head boy, head girl, and you have invited the MLA of the area as a chief guest for your annual function. Now, for example, you are the MLA and you have to reply back that you cannot come to the annual function. You decline the invitation because of your occupancy with some other, right? So this is again a formal reply back you are giving. Letter form may yoga, but it's a formal one because personally you are not connected to the person, right? So again, it was a great pleasure. I'm honored by this invitation. right? But due to some important meeting or due to my traveling to any other town or the city or country, you can say, I would not be able to make up. But anyways, it was great honor, and I hope I would like to make up for this function, for their annual function, maybe next year. So आपकी tone formal ही रहेगी because you're replying back to a formal person. But in case if your friend has given you an invitation for his birthday party and you're not able to make up, then obviously your tone will be that affectionate one, that personal one, not a formal one. It's going to be it's going to be an informal tone at that time, right? So acceptance or declining, like an ordinary letter, informal, it's an ordinary letter. Do not use any formal expressions, but use informal words and expression, and use the first person I. And here you use the first person, but you use we rather than I, right? Okay, now let's come to the first question. As the secretary of the Literary Club of St. Anne's School, Ahmedabad, draft a formal invitation in not more than 50 words for the inauguration of the club in your school. Now, you are the secretary of the Literary Club of St. Anne's School, Ahmedabad. You have to draft a formal invitation. It's clearly mentioned a formal invitation. That means it has to be in a form of a card in not more than 50 words for the inauguration of the club in your school. So here you can see. This is the manner in which this is the card kind of way which is designed. St. Anne's School, Ahmedabad. We cordially invite all staff, students, and parents for the inauguration of the Literary Club of the school on 29 July between 8:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Within the school premises, well-known novelist Mr. Sandeep Kumar will be our chief guest. You all are requested to join us in the auditorium for tea and snacks after the inauguration ceremony. This is one example. Ankita, please read out the second example. Today, I'll be forwarding few invitations in the class group so that you can copy them down in your notebooks. Ankita, please read out the second question, dear.
Okay, ma'am. The literary club of your school is putting up the play Waiting for Godot. As secretary of the club, draft an invitation inviting the famous writer Sudesh Gupta to be the guest of honor at the function. Write the invitation in not more than 50 words. You are Govind, Gauri, all in.
Okay. Now, this is that your literary club of a school is putting up this play, Waiting for Godot. As secretary of the club, you have to draft an invitation inviting the famous writer Sudesh Gupta. Now, the school literary club is putting up this play. So you are inviting the famous writer Sudesh Gupta to be the guest of the honor at the function. So obviously it's a formal invitation, but just to one person to come as the guest of the honor. So it has to be in the form of a formal letter, right? So write the invitation in not more than 50 words. यहाँ पर कार्ड नहीं आएगा क्योंकि आप अभी प्ले के लिए नहीं आप इनवाइट कर रहे हैं, मास इनविटेशन नहीं है, ये इंडिविजुअल इनविटेशन है. So it has to be a formal invitation for to Mr. Sudesh Gupta to come and to come as a guest of honor for this play. Please read out this section.
ABC School, Shastri Nagar, Mumbai, February 20. Mr. Sudesh Gupta, XYZ Lane, PQR Colony, Mumbai. Dear sir, subject.
So just a second. It's same. Sender's address, date, receiver's address, right? And then you have subject. Here there is a misprint perhaps. Subject, invitation as a chief guest. Then in the next column, it will be your salutation. Dear sir. Okay? Dear is not there in formal letter. Please do not write dear. आप लोग सिर्फ sir लिखेंगे. That is why I tell you everything on net is not correct. So please, there is a correction here. You will not write dear in a formal letter invitation. So you'll simply write sir. Now read out the content.
The literary club of our school is putting up the play Waiting for Godot on the 17th January in our school auditorium from 9 to 10 a.m. On behalf of our club, I would like to extend a cordial invitation to you to be the guest of honor at the function. It would be our privilege if you consent to grace this occasion with your esteemed presence, Gauri, Secretary, Literary Club.
Now this is again a printing error. Gauri नीचे आएगा. Gauri is the name of the secretary. So Gauri, and beneath her name, it will be her designation, Secretary, Rotary Club. Now, have you seen the language? The language is formal, right? On behalf of our club, I would like to extend a cordial invitation to be the guest of the honor at the function. It would be a privilege if you consent to grace this occasion. You generally do not write to your friends in this tone because it's a formal invitation, so your language will be formal, right? So I think I have made myself clear the difference between a formal invitation and an informal invitation, and at the same time, a mass invitation and an individual invitation, right? Now, that's it for today. Please stop the recording here.